Warmachine board, battle report.
Ahoy there!
Hello!
Okay, that was a bit loud. So yeah, here's our Batrep, our first Batrep. Cygnar versus Retribution, 50 points.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, here's the lists that we were using.
Cygnar versus Retribution.
Okay, so I'm playing Hayley today, Hayley 2, and her battle group's got Thorn and a Storm Wall with the lightning pods. I've also got some gun mages with the UA, a Journeyman Warcaster, Black 13th, a unit of Storm Blades with 2 weapon attachments, and a maximum unit of Sword Knights. And that's it, that's 50 points.
So this is my 50-point Retribution of Scyrah list with Vyros as my Warcaster with a Colossal in his battle group, and that's it. And then there is an Arcanist to have him repair, a Ghost Sniper solo, 2 Mage Hunter Assassins for what were they called? Stormfall Archers, thank you, yeah. A unit of Dawnguard Sentinels with a unit attachment, and a small unit of Mage Hunter Strike Force, not with Kalissa but with a regular leader instead. And a bigger unit of Mage Hunter Strike Force with the unit attachment here in red. And these are my 50 points.
Okay, so I got first turn playing Cygnar. You can see me setting up here. My list is a Hayley 2 list. It's sort of a control list. It kind of just takes all the things that she supports well. It's my first game playing any colossals at all, and my first game playing with the Storm Wall. So it's quite exciting, but obviously we got a lot of stuff wrong. Yeah. And actually towards the end of this battle report there's a bit of a shambles.
Yeah.
So, and here's you setting up already.
Yeah, exactly, yes. Same as you the first time with the Colossal.
Yeah, exactly. So I got the Black 13th, just moving up there, and actually I've already said the list, so I don't need to tell you that again. But all of the stuff that I took is stuff that Hayley can make better. And the Sword Knights I love because I don't care if they die, so I always just throw them straight into the fight. Got the Journeyman for the Arcane Shield, basically, main thing. Stormblades are great, but they're not great for the front line because they die so easily.
Yeah, with those guys, for example, with the Mage Hunters.
Yeah, the Mage Hunters Strike Force are just so good.
Yeah.
And they're just great in every list, pretty much.
Right, I remember they pretty much damaged your Colossal in that first turn.
Yeah, I mean in this game they got 2 rounds of shooting.
Yeah.
And they originally it didn't look like they did any significant damage, didn't take out any systems or anything. But in the end it did make a difference in the game. And sort of I knew that you would be using them, the Strike Force, and I knew that Colossal would get shot.
Yeah.
But I wasn't too worried, which was a bit unwise, but if you're shooting the Colossal, then you're not shooting the other guys who would have died very easily.
Yeah, that's basically why I put all the guys in. Also see, there's the first mistake, by the way, I thought I could give them a Pathfinder with a spell from Vyros, which I can't.
Ah, okay.
So now we know that, because he can only cast it on guys in his battle group.
So this is a problem that you have with your Sentinels, is that they're super slow.
Yeah.
And it takes them at least until the third turn to get sort of significant in the game.
Yeah, and for some reason they're
always using Mage Storm, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Black 13th with 4 points, and they just make holes in. I mean, you were quite bunched up.
Yeah,
so that made it a bit easier. But they just took out basically a whole unit of the archers.
Yeah, they're gone now.
Yeah.
And
a load of load of Strike Force as well.
Yeah.
Here's me shooting at your Colossal. Oh, trying to block some charges, because if those Mage Hunters, if the Strike Force charges, if they get a charge on the Colossal, then he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
Because they get 4 dice. So yeah.
That's right. Let's see what happens next. Oh, right, you put your.
So yeah, shooting it, trying to kill as many of them as possible. Did you have a plan for this game?
No, the only plan was that I only took models that could kill your colossal because I knew we were playing both colossals. So
Ah.
that's what I had in mind, but that was the only plan I had in mind, actually.
Okay.
And
Well-
at least that worked.
Yeah. I mean, we both got very control-y lists.
Yeah.
And it was, I think the mission didn't really come into it at all.
No.
Because, we really concentrated on killing each other, basically.
Yeah.
So it was going to be attrition and followed by an assassination.
Yeah.
And as we can
No
see,
spoilers yet.
no spoilers. All right. So okay, let's have a look at the little thing. So Thorn is in my list, and I didn't start using him properly until turn 3. So what I should have been doing is running him up and then using him as a arc node just from the start, because time bomb through the arc node, really great.
That's right.
Stops charges and kills infantry, and it's fantastic. And I just didn't do that. I didn't assign him focus, so he couldn't run and he couldn't get up
For
there.
the first 2 turns, right?
Yeah. And I think that there was I made a mistake with the colossal, which ended up getting it destroyed. And the problem with Thorn, I think everything else sort of pulled its weight quite well. The Sword Knights really did their job. They jammed up the Strike Force, which stopped you charging the Colossal, which was great. And I think they ended up killing quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And the Stormblades were great as well. They just came up second line and just did a lot of damage. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, if I remember correctly, my star of the game was my Colossal, as we shall soon see.
So for some reason I thought that putting down a 3-inch AoE that does 12 damage would sort of scare you off from charging my Colossal.
But it was not. I was thinking a bit about that, if I should charge you or not, because I was afraid that you would bash me as well, and I didn't know what would happen. But as you will see now, was a good idea to charge your Colossal with my Colossal, because apparently Colossals are good at killing Colossals.
Yeah, so your Strike Force, again the Strike Force came in and did quite a lot of damage on the Colossal, and that was enough that your Hyperion could then, as you can there it is, kill the Storm Wall in one go.
Yeah.
And that took out a very useful piece out of the army. It cost 19 points as well.
Yeah, and he
so that
didn't
was
really do much in that.
He prevented the charges on himself, but then he died anyway. So maybe better use would have been maybe concentrating on shooting the Hyperion, and maybe that wall in the center of the table would have prevented the charge from the Hyperion. So if I'd just been 2 inches away from that and had that wall between the Hyperion and the Storm Wall, then I would have lasted another turn. So that was a big mistake. And I think at this stage, how long have we been playing Warmachine for? Was it about 6 months?
Something like that, yeah.
So I think that we're still learning.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
Speaking for myself here, but I'm old compared to your average tabletop player. So,
yes.
And we're coming from 40k, and it's making excuses, but also we try and practice as often as we can, but we're still at the stage where we're learning and making so many mistakes. There's usually the mistakes that decide the game rather than the winning strategy.
That's right. And in that game, I really decided the end, because we thought that I had lost.
Yeah.
But actually, there was a mistake, and we will soon see that.
Yeah. So Vyros popped out in front of the whole army.
Yeah.
I think you were thinking about scenario, maybe dominating the zone, getting some points.
Yeah, and staying within reach of the Hyperion as well.
Yes.
To allocate focus.
And that gave me an opportunity to assassinate him.
Yeah.
Which I then didn't. I didn't take the opportunity. So what I tried to shoot him with the gun mages in the Black 13th, who were still alive, hidden behind the Hyperion.
Yeah, right.
And unfortunately that didn't work out. I was trying to give them Deadeye for an extra dice to hit, but I ran Thorn too far away from Haley, and he wasn't in her control range anymore. So you'll see when Thorn sort of walks up the table in a second. And then, so that kind of stopped me from hitting Vyros quite as easily. And I think I did some pretty bad rolls.
Yeah.
But I do hate blaming the dice, because the dice doesn't really come into it too much. But so there's that. And then instead of focusing the Stormblades on just charging down Vyros and then killing him in the next turn, I moved them all onto the into the zone
Yeah.
and tried to kill off the rest of the mage hunters, which probably wasn't that wise. But then I also needed to, the mage hunter strike force. I needed to protect Haley the whole time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then what happened in the end, I think we can probably spoiler at this point. But I moved into into engagement range with the Hyperion with my Journeyman Warcaster.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then I tried to shoot Vyros, and actually rolled well enough to kill him. But then I remembered that you can't shoot weapons when you're engaged.
That's right. Yeah.
So basically, what I should have done is I should have been using my spell.
Yeah.
Which has basically the same stats,
Mm-hmm.
and on the
As
same
the
rolls,
can,
probably also would have finished him off.
That's right, because you can cast spells in
You can,
melee,
that's right.
engagement range. Yeah.
So we thought that happened, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then we stood Vyros back up, and then the Hyperion. Where are we now at this point? Oh, so Thorn hasn't
will
even
still
moved
happen.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we've got left of it. So we've got 3 minutes left. So at some point it's going to happen, and then the Hyperion moves round, walks over the wreck of the storm wall.
Yeah.
And
so there you're hiding Haley behind the wall.
Yes,
And
she
behind
was
your
up to
storm.
because she was behind the wall. She was up to defense 20, which is great.
Yeah.
But that cannon, that starburst cannon, is so strong
Yeah.
that it actually can do quite a lot of damage. And Haley's kind of feeble. I think she's got armor 14 or something.
Yeah. And apparently you didn't camp any focus.
Yeah. So the Stormblades, as you can see here, I didn't camp focus as well. The Stormblades concentrated on taking out the strike force, which probably prevented them from assassinating Haley in this turn.
That's right, because I was always looking for that, and I think there I tried to shoot Haley.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
but her defense is pretty high if you're not. Yeah. So the big weakness with a strike force is that they're kind of a shooting unit.
Yeah.
But they have RAP 6, and there's not that many ways to increase their RAP.
At least none that I know of.
With Retribution, certainly not with the casters that you use.
No, that's right.
Actually, Assyria's got a minus defense spell that she could use that would help. So
see there, I'm casting the. I'm
exactly.
shooting with the starburst.
That's right. Yeah. And then so in a case of so I went first, but in the case of you setting up first, I would always put the gun mages opposite the strike force, because gun mages beat strike force.
That's right.
In a face to face, the gun mages have got too high defense and too high rat to not kill loads of them. So there's moving the Stormblades in there, finishing off. So this is where the Stormblades should have been concentrating on heading over towards Vyros, really.
Yeah, as you can see, the Journeyman Warcaster is already in nearly in base contact with my Hyperion.
And Haley's trying to hide between those two, behind those two Stormblades now to block line of sight from the Hyperion. Again, if I'd left the Journeyman there, then you would have not been able to walk. Or I could have moved the Journeyman just to block your line of sight. Just block your movement. Yeah. I suppose you could have trampled over her.
There she moved.
We thought that was the end.
Yeah.
But we didn't record that, so this is me now explaining to the camera what we did.
And see, there he lives again, mysteriously. And he is in range to allocate focus. And so I knew that now my only chance would be to kill Haley. Yeah. In the meantime, I killed someone with my Arcanist in the back.
Yeah.
And there was a chance shot of one of my mage hunters on Haley, which didn't work out. And he looks at her fiercely, and I think he just shoots with a starburst cannon, right? Is that the name of the big one?
I think so. I hope it's called the starburst cannon.
It looked like it was. Oh, and there's
another handshake. That was it.
But that was
that was it. That was enough to kill Haley with that huge cannon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the end of that was a mess, really.
Yeah.
And if I'm in a situation where the enemy colossal is on my side of the table, looking towards his side of the table, then I probably let it move around a bit too much.
Probably, yeah.
So I should have charged with my colossal.
Yeah.
Or avoided the charge better. Yeah, so my big takeaway was if my colossal had survived, then Vyros would have definitely died.
Yeah.
And
that's for sure,
fair warning now, if we play this matchup again, which is possible, then my colossal will probably try and shoot Vyros because I can boost to hit.
Okay.
I can do 3 14-inch shots.
Yeah.
And I can move 9 inches.
Yeah. So I will
with
have
the bond and
stay clear of that.
yeah.
I will keep that in mind.
It was a good game and we learned a
It really
lot,
was.
but I think the end was a bit sort of 50-50 really.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah.
But I won anyway.
Yeah. And we've just filmed our next battle report, which I guess we will get to record next week.
I guess so, yeah.
Cool.
Look forward to that.
All right.